You're gonna grab something like a folded blanket or a towel. And you don't have to fold all the way in half. You can just fold a little bit, place in between your torso and your thighs, right on the upper thighs here. And then you're gonna fold, so stay, could be in the middle of your mat. And you're gonna come to forward fold. So bend your knees, have your feet as wide as your hips or even wider than that. And you're gonna allow your spine to release. So you are resting your belly on that support. Okay, so take your time here. Allow your belly, allow your torso to rest on that support. And then you can clasp your elbows and just allow your head to hang. You can keep this micro bend on your knees. And try to soften your shoulders, your upper back. Try to soften your neck. Yeah, so feel the back of your legs. Maybe shake your head yes. Maybe shake your head no. And bring your attention to that area of your kidneys, to your lower belly. Notice the movements of your breath as you inhale, as you exhale. Switch the clasp of your elbows, so you're gonna switch the position of your arms. Maybe shaking your head no. Maybe shaking your head yes. Start to feel your feet pressing down, maybe extending your knees slightly more. Feel the weight of your body distributed on your whole feet, front and back, inner and outer edge. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Start to ground through your feet, ground through your legs. Next, inhale. You're gonna lift halfway and using one of your hands to catch the blanket. And as you exhale, move that blanket out to the side and fold again. Inhale, lift halfway, engage more the back of your body. And exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, halfway lift, press through your legs, press through your feet. And exhale, we're gonna come to tabletop position. In tabletop, adjust your wrists under your shoulders, knees under hips. Let's do cat and cow. So as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze and your sit bones. As you exhale, press the floor and round your back. Inhaling to extend your spine, shoulders back, heart forward. And exhale, press the floor Round our upper back, belly in. 2 more times, inhaling, synchronizing breath and movement. Ground your attention to this present moment. When you complete your next exhalation, you're gonna pause, find the center, walk your hands forward, a few inches forward, tuck your toes under, come to downward facing dog. Once again, prioritize here your spine, making your spine really long, so micro bend in your knees, lift your pelvis up and back, and see if you can press your chest bone towards your upper back. So kind of expanding that space in between your shoulder blades, sides of your body long, so feel the stretch, the lengthen from your outer arms, outer shoulders, the sides of your body all the way to your pelvis. See if you can keep that as you start to extend your knees and lower your heels towards the ground. Opening the back of your body, especially, it's so important, especially when we spend so much time seated. As you inhale, lift your heels, look forward. And as you exhale, make your transition to the top of your mat. Step, walk, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Next inhale, press down, come up, reach up, look up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Press your hands against each other, lift your heart to your hands. Press strongly through your feet. Engage your legs, all sides of your legs. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, press your palms up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, side bend to the left. As you press strongly through both feet. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, side bend to the other side. And let's do that again. Inhale, back to the center. And exhale to the left. Hold here a little longer. See if you can lift your lower belly in and move your right ribs more towards the right, as if you want to turn your chest to the ceiling. Back to the center, inhale, press strongly through your feet. Exhale, side bend to the right. Lift your lower belly and see if you can create this slightly rotation from right to left. Back to the center, inhale, and let's fold forward, exhale. Lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, step your right leg back, lower your right knee to the ground. Let's come to Anjaneyasana, untuck your back toes, rise up. With your hands on the front of your pelvis, lift your front hips, lift your lower belly. And now slide your hands back, and you're gonna use that L of your hands, that space in between your point fingers and your thumb, around your pelvis here, the back of your pelvis. And as you lengthen your tailbone down, squeeze your shoulder blades in, point your elbows back, lift your heart up. So we stay here in this version more upright of Anjaneyasana. And I would like you to ground your front heel, and imagine that you want to bring that front heel back and your back thigh forward. So hugging your legs towards the center. Keep lifting your heart, keep lifting your lower belly. Keep all of that and reach your arms up to the ceiling. Slowly walk your front foot forward, and keeping that engagement, that support you sink, you lunge a little deeper. So without collapsing here, keep lifting the front of your pelvis, keep engaging your legs towards each other, keep lengthening the sides of your body. Take one big inhale, and as you exhale, lower your right hand to the ground and turn your torso to the left, reach your left arm up, and as you exhale, reach back and lower down. So inhale, reach your left arm forward and up, circle, big circle, exhale, back and down. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Let's switch direction. So we start reaching back as you inhale and up, exhale, forward and down. Inhale, keep squeezing your legs towards each other, and exhale. Last time, inhale, and exhale. Listen, you're gonna keep your right hand on the floor, right knee on the floor, and you're gonna slide that left leg all the way towards the back of your mat. Come into this variation of side plank. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale, bring it over your head, biceps parallel your ear. Stay here or float your left leg. And create this side energy line from your fingers all the way to your left toes. Keep engaging your lower belly. Bring your right hip in, right sit bone under. As if you want to lengthen your tailbone towards your back heel. Left heel. Next inhale, lift your left arm up. And as you exhale, plant your hands on the ground. And let's come to plank pose. So tuck your toes, extend your legs. And I'd like you to bring power to your legs instead of relying just only on your arms. So keep pressing your hands down. Keep lifting your upper back, moving your shoulder blades away from your spine. Strong legs, inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, lower your knees, pelvis, and belly to the ground. Roll your shoulders back. Remember that position that we placed our hands around our pelvis. So go ahead and place here right on the top of your pelvis. Squeeze your elbows in and lift your chest. Kind of a baby cobra. Breathe. Keep lengthening your tailbone back. Keep lifting your pubic bone up towards your belly. And release. Now interlace your fingers, squeeze your shoulder blades in, elbows up, inhale, cobra pose. Another variation, ground the top of your feet down, lift your chest and heart forward, and exhale, release. Plant your hands by your side, press down, come to tabletop, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, press through your hands and relax your head. Breathe here, inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Every time that you exhale, you have this opportunity to get empty, to let it go. And let it go everything that you don't need in this present moment. Let it go everything that you don't need anymore. Next, inhale. You lift your right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, open your pelvis to the right, bend your right knee, squeeze your right heel towards your left pelvis. And see if you can move your left pelvis away from your torso. Inhale, untwist, level your pelvis. Exhale, step forward. Back knee to the ground. Same thing. Let's come to high lunge. To Anjaneyasana. So back knee to the ground, low lunge. You're gonna bring your hands on the top of your pelvis. And once again, lift the front of your belly, the front of your pelvis, and lengthen the back of your body. Keep engaging your lower belly in. Press knee and front heel towards each other. One more breath. And as you keep all of that, you're gonna walk your foot forward and slowly lunging a little deeper. So we're still maintaining that engagement of our belly. Maybe adding the arms, reaching our arms up. Yes. Breathe. Keep squeezing your legs towards each other. Keep hugging your outer hips in. One more breath. And as you exhale, lower your left hand to the ground and open your chest to the right. Inhale right here. And exhale, reaching back and lower down. Inhale, right arm forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, keep squeezing your legs towards each other. Exhale, back and down. Let's switch direction. Inhale, circle back and up. Exhale, forward and down. And 2 more rounds, 2 more movements. All right. Next time, you're gonna pause, open your arm up, and you're gonna press strongly through your left hand, and you're gonna slide your right leg back towards the back of your mat. Bring your left sit bone under, left hip in, and reach your right arm overhead, biceps parallel your ear. Option to float your right leg and breathe. Connecting now the right side of your body, all the way from your fingers to your toes. Keep engaging your lower belly, keep lengthening your tailbone towards your back heel. In next exhale, plant your hands, tuck your toes under, come to plank pose. Plank pose, hug your hands towards each other as if you want to create wrinkles in between your hands, on your mat, in between your hands. And lift your upper back as if you want to move your shoulder blades away from each other. One more breath. And as you exhale, lower your knees, pelvis, belly, all the way to the ground. Let's bring our fingertips on the floor and wider than our mat. So it's kind of a cupcake position of our hands. So you roll your shoulders back, squeeze your shoulder blades in, and lift your chest, baby cobra. One more breath here, hold. And exhale, release. Now place your hands regular position for cobra pose, parallel your ribs. And once again, hug your elbows in, open the front of your body, and lift halfway, cobra pose. One more breath, broadening on your collarbones, squeezing your shoulder blades in. And exhale, release. Come to downward facing dog. Cobra pose is such a nice pose to do, especially when we spend so much time on the computer, on the phone, seated or driving. It's a postural pose, a very good pose to improve our posture. So one more breath here, keep moving your pelvis up and back, and exhaling completely here. Next inhale, you're gonna lift your right leg up, and exhale, you're gonna step forward, look forward, inhale, and as you exhale, step your back leg forward and fold. Lift halfway as you inhale, and exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, stand up, reach up, look up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Interlace your hands, palms facing up, inhale. Exhale, side bend to the right first. Press through your feet, engage your inner legs. Back to the center, inhale. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Keep lifting your lower belly. Back to the center, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold over your legs. Step your left leg back. Lower your left knee to the ground. Anjaneyasana, you already know how to do it. Lift your lower belly, lift your arms up. Keep engaging your legs. And as you exhale, walk your front foot forward and lunge a little deeper. Lift your lower belly, lift your heart, lift your gaze. And now reach your hands back behind you. Interlace your fingers. And interlacing here, squeezing your shoulder blades in, lift your heart, and see if you can lengthen your hands towards your back heel. Keep lifting, squeezing your inner legs towards each other, always picturing that image of a toothpaste that you squeeze the bottom to lift the top. So don't sink on your legs, on your pelvis, on your lumbar spine. Keep lifting up. And now release your hands to the ground, and you're gonna shift your pelvis back. And as you shift your pelvis back, your back thigh is perpendicular to the floor. Lift your right toes up to the ceiling. And to engage your hamstring more, I'd like you to create a micro bend on your front knee. Create this micro bend, press strongly your front heel down, and imagine that you wanna kick back. You want to drag that front heel back. Feel the awakening of your hamstring. See if you can keep that as you elongate your spine. Inhale. And as you exhale, slowly start to extend your knee as far as you want to go. Stay here if you want, or fold as you exhale. Keep breathing. Opening the back of your body, engaging your legs. Next, inhale. You're gonna lift your chest, look forward. And as you exhale, you're gonna lower your front foot and sink a little deeper on your front leg. Keep hugging your legs towards each other and reach your arms up one more time. One more breath right here, inhale. And as you exhale, hands to the ground, step back, plank pose. Hold plank as you inhale. Hug your hands towards each other, press strongly through your hands. And as you exhale, transition to the ground. We're gonna reach your arms back, palms facing down. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your legs, lift your arms. Stay on the exhalation. Keep engaging the back of your body. Keep broadening your collarbones. One more breath. And exhale, release. Transition to downward dog. And breathe. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. So maybe this breath, maybe this time that we are living now, it's about unbecoming. Unbecoming everything that isn't really you. So you can be who you were meant to be in the first place. Allow your exhalation to dissolve everything that it's not really you. Next, inhale. Lift your left leg up. Exhale, open your pelvis to the left, bend your left knee, squeeze your heel towards your glute. Inhale, untwist, level your pelvis. Exhale, step forward, back knee to the ground. Let's come to Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Inhale, arms up, lower belly in, untuck your back toes. Exhale, walk our front foot forward and lunging a little deeper. So keep hugging your legs towards each other. back knee, front heel. One more breath. And as you exhale, reach your hands back. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Keep lifting your lower belly and reach your hands back towards your back knee, towards your back heel. Lift your lower belly, lift your chest, lift your gaze. And next exhalation, release. And shift your pelvis back. So back thigh now perpendicular to the floor. And lift your front toes up to the ceiling. Micro bend your front knee. Press strongly that front heel down. And imagine that you want to bring that front heel towards the back of your mat. Feel the awakening on the back of your thigh. Keep that. Inhale, lift your chest. And as you exhale, start to extend your front leg as far as you want to go. Option to fold towards your front leg. Breathe. Not just focusing on the strong sensation, the stretch sensation, but feeling your body as a whole, as a unit. Next, inhale, lift your chest, look forward. As you exhale, you're going to lower your front foot, lunge deeper on your front leg, and rise up. Inhale here. Exhale, plank pose. Hold plank as you inhale, awakening your whole body, legs, belly, chest, back, and arms. Exhale, make your transition to the ground. One more time of locust pose. Reach your hands back. Inhale, lift your legs, lift your chest, lift your arms. Breathe. And next, exhale, downward dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. And exhale, unbecoming. Deconstruct. Create that inner space. Next, inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, step forward. Look forward as you inhale. And step your back leg forward and fold. Exhale. Lift halfway as you inhale. Broaden your collarbones. Fold over your legs. Exhale. Pressing down strongly. Inhale, come up, rise up. Reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Now, next inhale, just circle your arms by your side and to the ceiling. As you exhale, twist to the left as you open your arms shoulder level. Inhale, untwist, back to the center, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the right and open your arms shoulder level. One more time each side. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, twist from your belly. Keep your pelvis facing forward. Inhale. And exhale, switch. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Lift halfway as you inhale. And exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Hold plank here as you inhale. And lower your knees to the ground. Hold. Press your hands down, hug your hands towards each other, and imagine that you want to move your hands towards your knees and knees towards your hands. Feel the engagement of your core. And you're going to lower halfway. Just halfway, keep your shoulders still higher than your elbows. Squeeze your elbows in, hug your hands towards each other. Now lower your pelvis and lift your chest. Cobra pose, inhale, downward dog, exhale. In downward dog, reach your right leg to the ceiling. Exhale, open your pelvis to the right. Inhale, untwist, extend your leg, level your pelvis. Exhale, step forward, closer to your right thumb. Back knee to the ground. So big stance here, wide stance now. We start in Anjaneyasana. Inhale, rise. And as you exhale, press strongly through your front foot, extend your front leg, and reach your arms back. Inhale, bend your front knee, lunge deeper, and reach your arms up. Exhale, press strongly through your front foot, extend your front knee, reach your arms back. One more time. Inhale, flowing here, bend knee. And exhale, reach back. Balance. And hands to the ground. Let's come to plank pose. Hold plank as you inhale. Bring your knees to the ground. Last time that we're gonna pause in this variation of chaturanga. So look forward, hug your hands towards each other, hug your hands and knees towards each other, and lower halfway. Hold here, keep hugging your elbows in, keep hugging your hands in. One more breath, and lower your pelvis and lift your chest. Cobra pose, inhale, downward facing dog, exhale. Downward dog, lift your left leg up as you inhale. Open your pelvis to the left, exhale. Inhale, level your pelvis, extend your leg. Exhale, step forward, closer to your left thumb. Back knee down, further back. Hug your legs towards each other. Inhale, rise up, arms overhead. Exhale, press strongly through your left foot. Shift your pelvis back. Extend your front leg. Inhale, bend your front knee, sinking a little deeper, arms overhead. Exhale, shift your pelvis back and fold towards your leg. Inhale, last time. Extend your spine, look up. Exhale, fold. And bring your hands to the ground. Plank pose, inhale. And now you have the option to do the full chaturanga or the version with your knees bent. So shift forward, lower halfway. You do cobra or up dog now with your legs, your knees off the ground. And exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Child's pose is always available. Integrating mind and body through your breath. Next inhale, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale, stand up, reach up, look up. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Lift your chest to your hands as you inhale. And exhale, hinging from your pelvis. Let's come to Utkatasana, fierce pose. Keep sitting low and reaching your arms overhead. See if you can press your feet strongly down and keeping your knees hugging the center as if you want to block, as if you have a block in between your thighs, but at the same time, imagine that your feet are moving away. Yes, imagine that your feet are moving away from each other, firing your outer glutes. Lower belly in, pelvic floor in. One more breath. And exhale, fold forward. Lift halfway as you inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back plank. And lower halfway or all the way, your choice. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg to the ceiling, inhale. And exhale, step forward. Let's do high lunge now. Back leg straight, come up. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Bend your back knee slightly. Lift the front of your pelvis and lengthen your tailbone down. Keep hugging your legs towards each other. Keep that engagement here on your core. And now go ahead and extend your back leg again. One more breath. Now you can go ahead and reach your hands, your arms overhead. And as you exhale, you're going to twist to the right and open your arms shoulder level. So keep moving your left pelvis forward, right pelvis back. Hold and breathe. Inhale. And as you exhale, left hand to the ground, dragonfly twist. Option to stay here in dragonfly twist or to do a variation of side plank. Two options for you. Option number one is to lower your left knee and do the same one that we did in the beginning. Or to keep your left leg extended, pivot your back heel to the ground, slide your front foot halfway and turn also your right foot to the right. Full version of side plank is also available. Inhale. And as you exhale, you can make your transition, decide your transition to meet me in downward dog. So if you want to go plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog, feel free. I'm going to meet you in downward facing dog. Breathe. Next, inhale, left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, open your pelvis. Inhale, level your pelvis, extend your leg. Exhale, step forward, closer to your left thumb. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Bend your back knee slightly. Lift the front of your pelvis. Lengthen your tailbone back, down. Keep all of that, core engaged. And extend your back leg again. Arms overhead. Inhale. And exhale, twisting to the left. Open your arms. And see if you can move your left pelvis back. Right pelvis slightly forward. Keep hugging your legs towards each other, but at the same time, move them apart. Find that balance of actions. One more breath. And exhale, right hand to the ground, left arm up. Stay here if you want, or that variation of side plank. Variation number one, when you have your back knee, right knee to the ground, and you slide your left leg to the back of your mat again. Or when you have your right leg extended, pivot your back heel down and turn your left toes out to the side. Breathe and let it all go. Next, exhale. Make your transition to downward facing dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Next, inhale, lift your heels, look forward. And exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Lift halfway as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Utkatasana, fierce pose. Bend your knees, sitting low and reaching arms high overhead. Keep engaging your core, front ribs towards your back ribs, lifting your pelvic floor up. Next, inhale, press strongly through your feet Extend your legs, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, you're gonna bend your knees again and twist to the left. Open your arms, shoulder left. Inhale, extend your knees, untwist. Exhale, chair pose, twisting to the right. Inhale, extend, rise. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale. And exhale to the right. Inhale, come to the center. Regular chair pose, facing the center. One more breath, reaching through your arms. Fold forward, exhale. Lift halfway, inhale. And exhale, step back, lower halfway or all the way. Your back bend could be cobra, up dog, locust pose. And exhale, down dog. Raise your right leg to the ceiling as you inhale. And exhale, step forward. Arms overhead, inhale. Lower belly in. And as you exhale, we're gonna lean forward halfway and reach our arms back. Inhale, arms overhead and reach, high lunge. Lower belly in and up. Exhale, lean forward halfway. Create this diagonal line on the back of your body. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Hold here. Keeping your back leg strong and awake. Lengthening your heel towards the ground. From your heel all the way to the crown of your head. Next, inhale. You're gonna rise up, arms overhead. And from your next exhale, pivot your back heel down and open up warrior two. And you're gonna inhale, reverse. Lower your left hand to your leg, reach your right arm up and over. And as you exhale, side angle. Let's start with our elbow on our thigh, reaching left arm up and over to the right. 2 more times like this. Inhale, reverse, all the way up and over to the left. And exhale, all the way to the right. Reach your left arm up. Last time, inhale, circle, reverse. And exhale, side angle, and we're gonna remain here for a few breaths. So now feel free to do any variation that you'd like. If you like binds, if you wanna reach lower, feel free. What I want you to do is to engage your lower belly. Bring your right pelvis in, right sit bone under, and lengthen your tailbone towards your back heel. And rotate your torso more from right to left. So you're twisting, you're using your obliques to create this action. Next, inhale, rise up, warrior two. Pause here, strong legs. Exhale completely. Next, inhale, extend your front leg. And now make your feet parallel to each other. So they're gonna both point that long side of your mat. Bring your hands to your pelvis. Legs strong, lift your kneecaps. Inhale, lift your chest, lift your gaze. And exhale, hinging from your pelvis, fold. Reach your fingertips to the ground. And one breath here, inhale, lift halfway, so it's a slightly back bend. Yes, and as you exhale, walk your hands back in between your feet and fold, relaxing your head towards the ground. So keep the weight of your body on your legs and feet supporting you. Breathe in this inversion. Allowing your brain to soften. Sometimes we are so stuck with a concept. Sometimes we are so focused on becoming something, becoming someone, that sometimes we forget that we have to create that space for the new to come in. So we have to unbecome in order to create the new beginning, the new version of ourselves to take place. Next inhale, use your hands, lift halfway. Exhale, walk your hands towards the top of your mat and make your transition to downward dog. So if you want to do the vinyasa or any other movement, pause. Next, inhale, left leg to the ceiling. Exhale, step forward. You're gonna come to high lunge. Inhale, rise. Arms overhead and reach. Exhale, lean forward halfway and reach your hands back behind you. Inhale, arms overhead and reach. Lower belly in, back leg strong. Exhale, lean forward halfway, arms back. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. And hold here. Engage your core. Don't rest on your front thigh. Keep your core engaged. Keep the back of your body awake. This energy line from your heel to the crown of your head. Next inhale, you're going to come up to high lunge, arms overhead. And as you exhale, pivot your back heel down. Open your pelvis to that long side of your mat for warrior two. From warrior two, you're going to reverse, lowering your right hand to your right thigh and reaching your left arm up and over. And as you exhale, side angle with your elbow on your thigh and right arm over your head. Inhale all the way to reverse warrior. And as you exhale, all the way to side angle. Last time, inhale, all the way up and over. Keep the base. And exhale, all the way side angle and hold here. Feel free to do your variation, the same one that you did on the other side, with the bite or reaching lower, or just stay here. But emphasize your foundation. Hugging your legs towards each other. Bring your left sit bone under. Left side of your pelvis, left pelvis, away from your lumbar spine. Lower belly in. Tailbone reaching back towards your back heel. Ground that back heel. And use your core, your obliques actually, to rotate more from left to right. Next, inhale, let's come up to warrior two. And as you exhale, extend your left leg. Make your feet parallel to each other. So toes pointing that long side of your mat. And you're gonna place your hands on your pelvis. Strong legs, lift your kneecaps. Inhale, lift your heart. And as you exhale, hinging from your pelvis, fold. Reach your fingertips to the ground. Lift halfway as you inhale. And fold as you exhale. You can walk your hands back in between your feet. You can clasp your elbows. You can even place your hands on your shins. Anything that makes sense for you. But I'd like you to feel the support on your legs, on your base, on your foundation. There's a part of you, no matter what happens, no matter where you go, no matter what you will become or unbecome, there's a part of you that remains the same. Connect with that foundation. Next inhale, lift halfway, use the help of your hands. And as you exhale, walk your hands to the top of your mat. Make your transition once again to downward dog. Lifting your pelvis, big inhale here. Exhale completely. And you're gonna lower your knees to the ground. And if you have that blanket handy again, you're gonna bring, so you decide how much you wanna fold, okay? So I like to fold just a little bit. Place right here in the top of my thigh. So we're gonna press your thigh down, elongate your torso, and then you're gonna fold, and you're gonna feel your belly supported by this blanket, okay? So you have the option to rest your forehead over your hands. Because of the blanket, sometimes we have a hard time to reach our head down, so use your hands to support your forehead. And pause here for a moment. Allow yourself to just be, to just breathe. Feeling the movements of your body, movements of your breath on the back of your body. Imagine that as you inhale, you are expanding the back of your lungs, the back of your lower back, your kidney area, and exhale completely. So this pose, especially with this variation with the blanket, is gonna provide a very nice massage to your internal organs, and a very nice way to open that back of our body, our kidneys, our upper back. 60% of our lungs are on our back. So it's so important to allow the movements of our breath to happen there. Okay, you're gonna use the help of your hands under your shoulders to come up. And you're gonna make your transition to your back. So lay down on the floor, facing the ceiling. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna ask you to lay down on your right side, and you're gonna reach your right arm in front of you. And just because I want more comfort, I'm gonna place that folded blanket in between my thighs. That's not required, but I feel like it's cozy, it's nice, okay? So we're gonna reach your left arm, your right arm forward, and your left arm on top. Now as you inhale, you're gonna circle your left arm overhead and all the way to the left. And as you exhale, allow your left hand, to come close to your pelvis and forward again to meet your right. And inhale, circle that left arm all the way overhead. Exhaling, twisting to the left. Bringing your left hand all the way close to your pelvis. and forward to meet your right. Inhale, I like to trace my fingers on the floor. And exhale as you open, and stay here in this twist as you open your chest to the ceiling and reach your left arm back. See if you can relax your shoulders down. See if you can relax your legs. See if you can pay close attention to that space that goes from your left armpit all the way to your left pelvis. And then slowly start to bring your knees up to the ceiling. And you're gonna go to the other side. So now you're gonna lay down on your left side. And you're gonna reach your left arm forward. Right hand, right arm on top. As you inhale, start to bring your fingers, your arm overhead. And exhale, start to open your chest to the ceiling, doing this big circle. Bringing your right hand to your pelvis. And forward to meet your left hand. Inhale, circle that right arm overhead, maybe tracing your fingertips on the floor. Exhaling, opening, doing this twist, gentle twist. And closing. Completing one more round, inhale. And as you exhale, you're gonna twist and pause here, hold here for a moment. Open your arms, shoulder level. Relaxing your legs, relaxing your pelvis, relaxing your shoulders and neck. Connecting with that space that goes all the way from your right armpit to your right pelvis. Maybe noticing where you feel the movements of your body, the movements of your breath. Maybe it's in your chest, maybe it's in your ribs or belly. And finally, you can lift your knees up to the ceiling. So if you have that blanket in between your thighs now, you can place that blanket under your head and bring your knees towards your chest. Big inhale here. And exhale, lift your head towards your knees. Move your shoulders away from your ears. Lower your head down. Extend your legs forward. Shavasana. Moving your legs slightly away from the center. And allow your palms to turn up to the ceiling. If you have more time to stay in Shavasana, I really encourage you to stay a little longer, processing, observing the benefits of our practice. But if you are ready to close this practice with me, no rush. You're gonna bring small movements to your body. Really gentle. Maybe turning them into big movements. In case you like to stretch. And eventually find your way to a seated pose. With your hands together in front of your heart, lift your heart to your hands. Take a deep inhale, and exhale, bow your head to yourself with gratitude for who we are, for who we are unbecoming, for who we'll become, for that part of us that never change. We are grateful. Namaste.